Welcome in, welcome in. Little late start to our day today. Mud, what's going on, buddy? Sorry to hear about that. That's got to be tough. I'm a little out of balance here. I gotta adjust. I'm gonna have to put that down to adjust that. So, where do you guys want to walk to, chatters? How's this? Does it sound a little different? I'm trying to use a mic today, so I'm trying to see if it's working. We're outside of New York, New York. Definitely less background noise, okay. Murakami, how you doing today? Bears, welcome in, welcome in. So before we start our walk, we're gonna have to go get some coffee. Any of you chatters want to guess where we're gonna go get our coffee at this morning? We are outside New York, New York. Oh, Mud, that's horrible, man. That's horrible. Luckily that has never happened to me, but I have had to put some dogs. Joanna, what's going on? Hello, Kitty. That's right. That's right. Yeah, luckily I've never had a dog that like chewed their bedding. That has always made me worried because I hear a lot of bad things about that. Although I'm not trying to make light of the subject, but y'all know who Big Dummy was. Big Dummy was my Great Dane, and one of the reasons his real name was Buddha, but I called him Big Dummy because Teddy, what's going on, buddy? So we had this little mini golf thing set up in the back our backyard, and I'm trying to do the mini golf thing, and I hit the ball, and he ran over and scooped up the ball. So yeah, so I had my Big Dummy of a Great Dane ate a golf ball, and luckily some people call Teddy Big Dummy. Nah, nah, nah. And it eventually passed. We called the vet, and they were like, well, just Kristen, good morning. The vet was like, well, just see if it affects, him going number 2. And it didn't. And Yeah, eventually it passed. We didn't use that golf ball anymore. But yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Three's tough, man. He's like still a pup, you know. Some Hello Kitty. So I think I was able to set up super chats. So, and we're about 500 hours and 200 subscribers away from the ad revenues. So, oh, they had some F1 drinks. We didn't get one of them. See what they were. Pit stop, one cookie and a drink. I know what I'll probably end up getting. Strawberry lemonade, peach tea. That's all cold brew. I need a hot coffee. Yeah, I know. I did order something different one night, and they were like, "Wait, what?" I'll just get my regular cafe mocha. Hello. Can I just get a large hot cafe mocha? I'm sorry, one more time. A large hot cafe mocha. Okay. Will that be all for you today? What's that? Will that be all for you? Yeah, that'll be it. Can I just the name for your order? Jimmy. If you're local this time, that'll be 7:32. All right, thank you. So where do you guys want to walk? We haven't been down this end really for a little bit. You guys want to, I don't know, you guys tell me. You guys tell me if we want to walk up north on the strip, see what's going on up there. We want to take a walk down towards the sign. Whatever you guys want to do. Yeah, so I woke up. I slept in a little bit. I had some run a kid to work. But normally I don't run to work on Wednesdays. I'm going to go south. I think Mud wants to go south and go check out the Luxor. You know what? Let's do that today for Mud. Help him out a little bit. Yeah, the sign's cool when we get there, but it's a long, boring walk. You know, like there's not a whole lot to see once you get past Mandalay. You know, there's the pinball museum down there, but other than that, there's really nothing. So we'll go do that. Yes, Mud can make the rules today. We'll have to come out tonight and find some moons for Mud. So, guys, this is Hello Kitty. This is right outside the entrance to New York, New York. This area that we're standing in is called the Park. It's a little, like, really chill spot to sit and just kind of hang out. And, you know, we'll take a walk down, check out the the Bliss statue in a moment here.
Hi, for Jimmy?
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
There's a drink for you.
All right. Thank you. You too. So we'll go check out. We'll go check out the Bliss statue so Bud can see some big moons. And cheers. Who's enjoying their morning coffee this morning? We were talking about these last night. These are the little stoppers that they put in the top of the cup so that when you're walking, it doesn't spill out. I know, that took a little bit of time, Teddy. Anthony, good morning from Las Vegas. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us today. Welcome into the Chatters. So if you're just joining, Chatters is the Neon City Chatters. That is what we call you guys in the chat. That's our community name that was picked by you guys. Mocha iced coffee with a cold foam. That sounds good. You know, I love mocha. So what do you use to make the cold foam, Murakami? Just like a whipper? But yeah, this is like a chill area. So can you kind of hear, like, does this cut off the music in the background a little bit? Because that's the one thing. It's like up here, that's really tough to do. So figured let me try it out with the mic and see what's going on. I kind of had the mic hidden in my jacket too, so. That's what I think, man. I should get like a special card at Hello Kitty. Now they're really cool there. I mean, I would love to like cut some kind of sponsor deal with them or something, but you know, I have no problem going there and getting my coffee because it's just so good. A Coffee Mate has a cold foam. I'll have to look that in. So this is a Bliss statue. There's some moons, Mud. This is a really cool statue at night. This is a chill spot at night. So many people never come here. They don't even know it's here. It's right across from Park MGM, the T-Mobile Arena. Just a nice spot to go and sit and relax. So, moons. And you get a really nice view of New York, New York. It's a great spot to come and take some pictures. Now just get those aerial work platforms out of the way and we'd be good. So we'll go, let's go walk under the roller coaster. There were lots of moons out this last night, Mud. We had Jay join us at the end of the live stream last night. She wanted to go do some content, and she had some work to catch up on. So this is the back way behind New York, New York. That's the parking garage over there. It's underneath the roller coaster, which is pretty cool. That's a fun roller coaster. We should do it one night. Maybe I'll take like one of my old devices and try to record it, and hopefully it doesn't fall out, you know what I mean? So this is like kind of like a little access road, but this will take us around to the, I'm not even going to carport. I'm not even going to try to say it the fancy way. What is it? Portico chair? I don't know. I should stay away from the fancy words, that's for sure. We'll have to check that out tonight. That was another good one. That person has quite the imagination. So I heard the roller coaster, here it comes. I love hearing the people scream. I'll tell you what was really cool. Those little circle things that we found last night, they were really cool. I got to edit those out and make a little video on those things. They were pretty cool. Thanks for the heads up on those ones, Murakami. So the chat looks different on my end. I'm just wondering, this is not like a little plug here, but does it have like the little thing for super chats down at the bottom of the chat now? Because it said I was eligible for them and I thought I put it out. I'm just trying to see if that option is working now. So this is like the valet area. This is where you catch your taxis, your ride shares, valet parking. Oh, nice. So we got that. I got a notification last night, and I signed that up this morning. And now we're really close to like the ad revenue side of YouTube, which is really, really exciting for us. So that's what we're kind of really excited about. Like, the passive part of earning on YouTube, which, is just comes from you guys watching and joining. So rather than relying on you guys, sending tips or gifts or whatever. Let's get out of there. So this is awesome, lit up at night. I took you guys back here when it was lit up at night a little bit ago. We'll come back around here. This is one of our favorite spots to come and just check out. They look like they got some Christmas decorations up here too. So we're gonna have to take a walk inside and check out the New York Christmas display. Maybe they have something little. I'm sure they have just a little Christmas tree or something in the lobby. Here it comes again. I think it's the money symbol, Mud. That's what I think it is. This is where the taxis. This gives you that whole feel of like it's really New York City. Right, we got Excalibur. We're going to take the pedestrian bridge here, go down, walk around outside of Luxor, take a walk inside Luxor, try to brighten up Mud's day a little bit. Late at night, it may, Teddy. Sometimes late at night, that could happen. That'd be pretty funny if it did. Like you could, like, you know, if they had like a thrill ride, or like an escape room where you had to get through New York without getting mugged. There you go, mud, some moons. You know what? Maybe since MGM never went along with our mini golf course that we wanted to put in at the base of the Statue of Liberty, maybe we can write to them about putting in an escape room that gives you the full New York experience. You know, have to get through it without getting mugged. I'm gonna have to take my jacket off in a moment here. It's getting warm. I got a sweatshirt and a jacket on because it was like 50 something when I woke up this morning. Jay's about to go and take out the marshmallow coat, so you guys are gonna have you guys will get to see Jay in the marshmallow Stay Puft coat. I know, that's brilliant. I think that's Teddy comes up with good ideas. That's how we work here, right? Teddy says, does it come with the getting mugged? Well, no, but you know what? Let's figure out a way to make that happen. All right, get around these people. Here's a little tip when you're in Vegas or anywhere. Do not stand at the top of the escalators or stairs and make your directions on where you're going to go. Move off to the side so that people who actually know where they're going or pretend they know where they're going can actually get around you, especially if you're a large group. The J Puff. There we go. All right, I'm gonna set you guys down over here in a second in the shade and take off this jacket. I don't want to overheat. I'll be like dehydrating in freaking November. Teddy likes to stand at the top of the escalator and ask people if they wanted their pictures taken. All right, can you guys all still hear me with the microphone? All right, let's go. You know, Jay did that the other night. She thought I was getting mugged. Let's take over the top of the escalator here and see if we can get a view of the A's stadium. They ain't getting nothing if they're mugging me, Teddy. You're getting a couple crushed out cigarettes and you ain't getting no cash off me, that's for sure. Let's zoom in a little bit and see what we got going on over there. There's the A Stadium. Looks like they got some pretty big pillars coming up. They're working over there. I can see some crane moving. See some people walking around in the background. I mean, I'm excited for this. I know a lot of people aren't, you know, but I'm excited. We're baseball fans, so I don't care that the A's suck. You know, it'll give people an opportunity to go and see, you know, teams they might not be able to see, you know. Just if you send me a hat. Listen, we went through OEO one time. We went to, they used to have that Neil Diamond show there, and that was great. And we went through there. It was actually pretty cool. I mean, I'm excited because, you know, there's a possibility that, you know, you can watch, you know, any team that's going to come to Vegas, you know, the Yankees, the Braves, you know, definitely the Phillies. But, you know, if there's a team that's on a roll and you really want to see them, they got, you know, just go get yourself some cheap A's tickets. Check them out. You know, it's like, be a fan of the sport, not just the team. You know? Yeah, that'd be cool too, man. You could do, Christ, you know, if it's a Sunday, you might, well, no, I guess the A's will never pretty much be good enough to get a, but I was going to say, like, you know, isn't there like a couple days that like baseball, football, and hockey line up? So, you know, go check out all three. I still got to, you know, start checking out Golden Knights games. Here we go. We got the trams that are leaving Excalibur. One's pulling into Excalibur. They run all the way down to Mandalay Bay. So if you're staying at Excalibur, Luxor, Mandalay Bay, you don't have to walk that far to get to the other properties. Chicago, you do a doubleheader. It's good. That's pretty cool, Teddy. I guess you could probably do that in New York too, with the Mets and the Yankees. And just think, you know, eventually Vegas is going to get an NBA team too. So then we'll have all the major sports here. So I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be. I love watching live basketball. Probably the one sport that I really like to see in person. Like of all the sports, I think I like to watch football on TV. Hockey's pretty cool from what I remember too, seeing it in person. You know, but basketball, I mean, maybe it's just like how we saw. So we used to have season tickets to the Philadelphia 76ers back in the early 2000s when Iverson was there, and it was like fun, exciting basketball. You know, they went to the finals and all that, right? And we were all the way up in the nosebleeds. Yeah, hockey's fun. They do get in some nice brawls. I mean, I know they really tried to cut that out of hockey, but we used to have like these nosebleed seats at so they built the new stadium in Philadelphia, and then they named it like the Wachovia Center, this and whatever, and then First Union Bank took it over. You guys remember First Union Banks? So the people in Philadelphia nicknamed it the FU Center, which I don't know who in their right mind thought it was a good idea to make the initials of a sports arena in Philadelphia FU. I mean, it's like Fordham University in New York. You see everybody walks around with the Fordham University hats. Nobody's ever really gone to that college, but everybody loves the FU hats. To be honest, I had a few. See, that would be cool. Being an usher in one of these arenas would be actually really cool. A friend of mine out here, he was doing that for a while over at Allegiant Stadium. So he got to see the Raiders. Just go on the Fordham University type in, or go on Amazon and type in Fordham University. Mud, I'm not gonna dispute you with that one, man. Some of these players in the NBA need to get a little bit tougher. That's for sure. I mean, the NBA kind of needs to let them play. I mean, you know, you got a dude driving to the basket with you know, and somebody breathes on them and they get a freaking, you know, get a foul. They're offering the 25% off tickets for the NBA Cup. Yeah, Jay went to that last year. I got a real nice sweatshirt after it was over. It was like 75% off. So I got a really nice sweatshirt from that last year. Unfortunately, I don't think the Sixers are going to make it this year. There we go. We got the Luxor. HyperX, if you guys are looking for something fun for your kids to do while you're in Vegas, HyperX, it's an esports arena. We used to take our kids there. They loved it. They would have tournaments. You know, you can, I think, rent the computers for about an hour, you know, by the hour or something like that. Super cool. What's 25% off? It's too early for the math and Teddy. Way too early. But I think 25% off of that would be somewhere around 400 and some change. Well, we could fit, how many golf balls could we fit in there? 13 billion golf balls? Is that what we figured it out to be? That was a fun little thing that we were doing there, figuring out how many golf balls, tennis balls we could fit in the atrium, which is the largest atrium in the world, by the way. What is it, 29 million cubic feet? The Luxor atrium. Now, somebody told me what these were on our last time we were down here, and now I forget. I should go on TikTok and get those videos and download them and then put them as a playlist on here on YouTube. I thought that was pretty fun figuring that stuff out. Ping pong balls, I think it was. Wasn't it ping pong balls? Now, another little Neon City Nugget fun fact is that the Sphinx outside of the Luxor here is actually larger than the Sphinx in Egypt. That would be, I mean, that would be a really fun ride, though, man. If you could get up to the top and take a slide down that thing. You know, when it was built, the Luxor was the largest, well, not the largest, the tallest structure on the Strip. So, which is kind of hard to believe. Yeah, I think there was 3 or 4 different size balls that we've figured out. The Luxor obelisk. Yeah, I was really researching the balls, what kind of balls, the big balls, the little balls, what kind of balls fit the best if we were going to try to do that, you know. Hey, man, all for science. It was all for science. Joanna, why are we always I know. Why are we always talking about balls in here? We were talking about balls last night at the Link Promenade, right? Which then, because, you know, they got a lot of balls hanging on the light post at then Bellagio has the biggest balls. We decided Bellagio has the biggest balls on the Strip. I wasn't very thorough. I thought I was pretty thorough with the ball research. It's like it's like it's like we're like adolescents. It's like we're a bunch of teenagers in here. Oh, you were very okay. Yeah. Sometimes I have a hard time. Reading's hard, man. Reading's hard. We just man, this is fun. This is fun. That's a good song, Mud. Yeah, I'm like the Forrest Gump of balls. We got red balls, white balls, blue balls. We got all kinds of balls, that can fit inside the Luxor. If Jay's watching, she's probably like, Second City Sitter. Yeah, that'll be that'll be you, man. After you get that surgery, when's that? January. We can get you to come out here. We'll get you one of them souped up scooters, man. We'll have Teddy racing around the Strip. Friday. Oh, so you should be good by the end of the year. How long of a recovery is that? Well, that was good. Coffee Number 2 down for the day. So we're walking under the Sphinx now. This is the valet area, taxis. Now, you used to pick up ride shares here, but I don't think they do the ride shares on this side anymore. I think you have to go over to where the tower is. 12 months, you can't walk for a month. Oof. We'll get you a scooter, man. I think we could take this guy's scooter over here. This guy's on a scooter. I think we could take him. Push him over. Yeah, Uber's on the north side now. I used to like it when it was out here. The north side, yeah, you know what? Now I remember because I met Bird's Fan over there the one day at the Uber pickup when he was staying here. Ooh, Luxor, got some Christmas decorations up. Looks like me and Jay are gonna have to come out and do our Christmas. You can walk in. This is nice though. That actually looks pretty cool behind. Lines up perfect with the center of the pyramid. Oh, what's going on, buddy? Do you have like a bunch of TV shows lined up that you're going to binge on, Teddy? You know what? Maybe me and maybe I have to get. I'm getting some ideas about tonight. If me and Jay come out. Oh shoot! Slot machines. Maybe The Sopranos again? Nice. Mud, you're missing it here? This is new. I don't think they always had these lights underneath of here. I like when they have the skeletons out. So yeah, so this is the largest atrium in the whole entire world. 29 million cubic feet. We're gonna have to get you back out here, Mud. Did I miss something here? So this is cool. Bodies the exhibition. That is cool. I don't know if you guys have ever checked that out, but that's where they have those plastic-sized bodies that are like kind of in the middle of being, you know, they're cut up, posed in different ways. You got 2 kidneys, Mud. You got 2 kidneys. You only really need one. That's a great selfie spot right there. If you get your camera tilted the right way, you can get a good picture. Titanic. Has anyone ever done the Titanic? I've done the Titanic twice. Nicole, I saw it in Philadelphia, and Jay and my sons, they saw it when it was at the Horseshoe. They loved it. No kidney stone for Joanna. We'll have to find something else. How's your liver? Maybe you can like cut off pieces of your liver. Doesn't that regrow? So I did the Titanic twice, and one time I would have survived the Titanic, and another time I would not have survived the Titanic. There we go. We got like the Neon City Marketplace here. Oregon. You start extracting some fat and making some soaps. Oh, you get kidney stones? Jay had kidney stones one time, and we had to take her to the hospital. It was so bad. She was like doubled over. I do want to check this out, though. This is the King Tut. King Tut tomb. I really want to check this out. I never had them, but I worked with a guy. This guy, Al. Al was a big, bad dude. He was like 6'5", like pushing 300 pounds, and he wasn't fat. He was like, and he was a tough dude. And he had kidney stones on a job one time, and he buckled over, and like tears were like coming down his cheeks. He was in so much pain. So I could just imagine. I mean, I seen that dude get things dropped on him, and like nothing phased him. But man, them kidney stones started moving around, and he just dropped like he was. Rather have babies. Gallstones. What I never. Fantasies. That's a good one. We can actually show that one here, I guess, right? That's adults only, 18 plus. That isn't actually a really good show. Me and Jay have seen that a few times. I'm not sure which one is better, that one or Rouge, which is at the Strat, but that's a fun show. Then we got the Blue Man Group here. Blue Man Group is a great show for all ages. He's coming out with like under 18, under 21, need something to do. Blue Man Group is actually a really good show to go see. And then you have Carrot Top. Carrot Top is, I think, the funniest comedian on the strip. Alan, good morning. What's going on, buddy? All right, let's take a little walk down Mandalay. Oh, look, they got some Christmas decorations up in here. Pretty cool. I like when stores do the decorations. Makes it festive. I wonder if Mandalay has a Christmas display. Working without working. I like that. I like that. Teddy, you never seen Carrot Top? Listen, next time you're coming out, let us know because we may be able to grab some tickets. sliced pizza. This is good. So I remember we went and saw the Aces one night, the WNBA team, and they were giving away free slices of a pizza at Slice, and their pizza is really good. It's really not that expensive in there either. This is like Jay loves this store, Lush. You guys like Lush, fresh handmade cosmetics. Yeah, well, next time you come out, let us know, Teddy. Me and Jay have seen them. I think I've seen them 4 times. I think she's seen them 5 times. We took our boys there, and one of them wasn't 18, but he's like 6'9", so not many people question, and they were a little bit uncomfortable. They thought it was funny, but at the same time, they're there with their mom is sitting next to them, and some of the stuff he says, they're like, "Hey, should I be laughing about this?" Must see Las Vegas. What's going on? How you guys doing? I'm sure she has, man. Oh, see, I don't think I've ever been in Lush. Jay goes in there. My son's going there because they really like the soaps or something. I forget, but Jay goes in there a lot. I think she does get the samples. Sorry, I think you were talking about different things there, Teddy. Rerah, the Irish pub. This is good. They got some good music in here. Let's check out what time's their happy hour. Oh, they got a nighttime one too. That's good to know. 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. 11 until midnight. Half price apps and select drinks. Yeah, we. Oh, you know who has another happy hour now? They added a late night happy hour. Favorite Bistro, Teddy. That's where we first met that first time. They have from I think 9 until close or something like that. They have a happy hour. I told Jay we should go back there because those wings I had there were so good. I liked them. And then who wants to go here? So one of our chatters in here wants to meet up and go here for a drink one night. -5 ice experience. I just want to go and see how cold it is in there. I'm going to bring my thermometer and see if it's actually -5 degrees. Ooh, Flankers looks nice. It's not very cold there. It's way cold. I don't want to experience it for a long time, Joanna. I just want to experience it for like a couple minutes. I was up the mountains yesterday, and that was cold enough for me. That's funny. Imagine getting beat up by Muhammad Ali in a Christmas hat. Just let's go check out the lobby and see if they got anything in the lobby. Yeah, I'm definitely not accustomed to the cold anymore. I just really have zero tolerance for the cold. I think Mandalay is kind of tight. To be honest, Alan, I've never really had any luck in here. It's a great place. It's beautiful, great ambiance, but I've never really had any kind of luck on any machine in here. But it smells great. I love the scent in here. So if you guys know that we are affiliates for Aroma Retail, if you have a favorite scent of a hotel, check out our links in our bio there for the Aroma Retail. Use our promotional code, get 20% off. But that's for, they have all the different resorts. And it makes a great gift for the holidays if you have somebody who is always talking about the hotel scents. That's one of the first things that we actually bought when we moved out here. I think even before I bought our sofa and anything, Jay was down at Aroma Retail buying one of their scent machines, and we had our house smelling like Aria before we even moved in. So yeah. Really not that many people in here this morning. But you know what? This is like, I like to think that Mandalay has a lot of convention space. And this is not a convention week, right? A holiday week. So there's not a whole lot of conventions. Now, you've been here on these lives when we've walked through Mandalay, and it's been so packed with all the convention goers. So, you know, we're going to see a little bit less people. More people should be coming in today. So we'll see more people for the weekend, you know. So it's like an odd week. This place here is coffee and cocktails. This is perfect for me and Jay when we go out. She can get a cocktail and I can get my coffee. So last week with F1, you know, F1's festivities, events were Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So a lot of people came in earlier in the week and left on Sunday. So a lot of people for Thanksgiving week come in on Tuesday or Wednesday, most likely Wednesday for Thanksgiving week. So, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, a little bit slower. So, you know, you do see that on the live streams. You do see that. And, you know, that gets to people talking about how Vegas is dead. So be prepared for some of those videos. Oh, nice. Their lobby. This is like a grand lobby, man. This is like, this screams like luxury, but not really like at luxury prices. Those people are getting some nice Christmas pictures done. We'll go check that out at another time. I know Jay really wants to. Well, we started doing it. We got a playlist on our main channel here of all the different casinos, places that we've been so far that have been decorating. So we got a couple more to add. So we have to go out and do that content for you guys. I know Big Daddy Rack's going to go over there. Hey, want me to take your picture? I'm not fat. I can't run away, right? So here's another water feature that MGM has shut down. Remember, there used to be waterfalls in here, and outside. Well, MGM is part of has a big water conservation program, and all of their water features they've turned off. Not all, I'm sorry, because we still have the Bellagio, we still have some things in Aria, but for the most part, like in here, this used to have water running down it. We'll go outside and walk around the what is that, Enchanted Garden out here. That used to have waterfalls, and same thing in the Luxor, but they have taken all that stuff out. I know, yeah, Teddy. I laughed so hard when you said that to those people outside Bellagio that day. So me and Teddy, we were walking down the strip, and I was live streaming. You know, we're just shooting the shit, talking, and there's people taking selfies. Everybody we walked past that was trying to take selfies. Teddy's like, "Hey, you want me to take a picture? You want me to take a picture?" This one lady looked at him like, I don't know. And he goes, "Look at me. I'm too fat to run away." I thought that was hilarious. And then she handed him the camera like, "Yeah, you know what? You're right." Yeah, a lot of some of the water features going away is because of price, and then some of them are because internal um, internal policies to kind of go more green, right? But they could keep the water features. They actually could keep the water features if they would just invest in some like recycling the water. Yeah, that was a great day. I think that's the day we walked down and then we met Jay at Park MGM, I think. Yeah, so they could recycle the water. You know, they could use like gray water. You know, they're it would be an expense, but at the same time, it's like I think it's an expense that businesses should take to enhance the customer's experience, right? I mean, I think it's ugly as shit, the Statue of Liberty having green turf around the base of it. If we go over to MGM Grand, the Lion used to have a water feature. I believe that is what Wynn does, and Bellagio does it too. So MGM already starts to do that with the Bellagio. Bellagio uses most of the water comes from a private stream, or not stream, private well that was there for the golf course when it was what was it before? The dunes. Back when before Bellagio was Bellagio, it was the dunes. They had a big private golf course, and they used they had a well built there. So and then some of the water from the O show, when they have to change out the tanks, that gets put into the Bellagio lake. And so Bellagio does do that, and that's really cool, you know. But you know, they took out the water feature at Aria, and they blamed it on a pump break-in, and that it was really expensive to fix or something. So, which is bullcrap, because that water wall that was right outside of Aria, that was beautiful, relaxing to sit by, you know. But that's gone. And then all out here, they had little waterfalls and stuff like that outside of Mandalay. You can see the water stains on the stone over here. Yeah, I think Wynn does that for Lake of Dreams. 20. That's why you have to go across the street. Go to the ABC store, man. But yeah, they used to have water back in here. I mean, it looks nice with the garden stuff without the water, but a little bit of water features would have been cool in here. You've never seen Lake? All right. So now we got a whole itinerary for when Teddy comes back. We got Carrot Top, Lake of Dreams. What else, Teddy? But this is nice and peaceful too. This is a great spot. Come out, grab a cup of coffee inside Mandalay, and come out here and have some coffee. I know we're planning his trip right here, live on YouTube. Teddy's next big adventure in Vegas. I'm waiting for him to be like, "Well, I've never gone to the bunny ranch. I want to go pet some bunnies." They're not that kind of bunnies, Teddy. Epic, what's going on, man? Welcome back from last night. Yeah, this used to, I think this used to have water that just ran out the top and ran down the side, if I remember correctly. For merch only. I swear, I swear. I got a nice t-shirt there. Oh, that's funny. Well, does that technically fall under merch? If you go there for the services, like 3K for an hour, that is no way. Might as well get married for that price. Free t-shirt with purchase. Yeah, you might as well marry the girl for 3K an hour, man. Wasn't nothing for free there. Yeah, I'm sure. How much they charge for a bottle of water? I agree, Alan. Yeah, you know, we'll have to see. Do they have like a Black Friday? You know, 25% off. That's still pricey. 25% off. Check Groupon. Yeah, yeah. What do I need an hour for, right? What are we gonna sit around and talk for 57 minutes? Oh man. Yeah, let's cuddle. It's cuddle time. You know, I think isn't there's I saw something one time, you know, it was I think it was called like Cuddle Buddies or something. It was like a website where you can hire someone to come and take naps with you and cuddle or something. Professional cuddlers. That's what I was talking about. That's kind of weird. Go get yourself a dog. Or did you ever see the pillows, like the arm pillows that look like a pillow? Oh yeah, there's all kinds of. I don't even. Yeah, I'm sure you can find it somewhere out here. Some concierge in one of these big luxury places probably knows a guy that knows a guy, and that can get you anything you want. Hopefully, yeah. I'm. That's the one time that my brain overrode my mouth and said, "Do not say that, Jimmy." Cuddles straight to your room. Oh, so here's a fun fact. It just popped in my head while we were just walking past the pyramid again. So when we did that live stream at Aroma Retail, someone asked, "What is the scent in the pyramid, the Luxor?" They said they share their scent with Aria, which I kind of smelled it a little bit in there, but they need to pump it up a little bit more if that's true. All right, Teddy, I'm gonna tell Jay next time you come out to plan Lake of Dreams, check in the scene about Carrot Top. Yeah, cuddles to your room, right? I mean, you get to pick like what kind of comfy clothes you wear. That could be, I mean, that could be pretty interesting, though. I mean, I don't know. I just be, the billboards that drive up and down the street and the cards, they're not the real thing. So just imagine what's going to show up to your room to cuddle. Yeah, you have a great Thanksgiving too, Teddy. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, they do have some low ceilings. Um, Compared to the Luxor, everyone has low ceilings. The collector cards, that could be a new venture idea, right? Another business out here, right? So we're gonna try to get a cuddle business going here, and then New York, New York, we're gonna do the Escape New York escape room, where you have to get through without being mugged or robbed. That could be really fun. And then if we could ever get them to build the freaking golf course, man, we could the Neon City Walkers and Neon City Chatters could be the next Steve Wynn with all these great ideas we come up with. We just need somebody to back us. Maybe that could be like a level of membership. I'll come cuddle in your room with you. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm not much of a cuddler. What was the bear? What was the bear in Toy Story 3? I'm a hugger. What was his name? Yeah, well, I sip my coffee. Coffee and cuddles. There we go. There, Alan, cuddles and coffee. There, both had the same idea. Great minds, great minds. I mean, imagine if we could get backers for these ideas. I think we have some good ideas. Probably not plausible or insurable, but fun nonetheless. Jay's gonna love hearing about these ideas. Hey, babe, we're gonna start cuddling. I think she'd let me do the mini golf and mug people in New York, New York. Um, me for coffee, probably not cuddling though. I don't think she would. She would be. I don't think she would let me cuddle. Ooh, I don't know if I would even want it. Like, imagine like going up and like you have like a cuddly thing going, and like you get up there and the person ain't showered for like days, and they're like, "Come, ugh." That would be disgusting. Oh, little cuddle pods. That's what we could do. Little cuddle pods. Which one? On the end there? Huh. I don't know, Alan. You know what? I'm gonna have to look into that. I never noticed that either. I'm sure that there's like a drawing of what each building is. We'll have to look into that. But I never really noticed that either until you just said that. Tournament of Kings. That is really fun if you've never done that. Thunder from Down Under. Haven't seen that, so I can't give you a review. Dick's Last Resort. That was pretty fun when we went. Me and Alan talked about that. You know, we actually, my friend that was with us, he's like one of those people that like really likes the sarcasm and for you to bust his balls. And they were a little bit tame, and he was trying to get them to go a little bit meaner on them, and they kind of didn't. But it is fun. I mean, the food's decent for that type of restaurant. I'll be honest, the food wasn't bad. Um, but you know what's funny is, oh, there we go. We got Excalibur has 5 hour blackjack also. New York has that. Alan was telling me about that. So we have to check that out, some 5 hour blackjack. I have to go in the middle of the night to play though. The Australian Bee Gees. I'd have to see that. I love the old disco music. Yeah, I mean it is pretty basic food, but it's not horrible food. A lot of times you go to those places and you're like just very disappointed that the basic food is really not that good either. Thank you for your input, Chris. Much appreciated. Kind of like your brain cells. $10 tables, you know, sometimes $10 is a good table minimum. $5, I think sometimes is a little bit cheap. Although Rio has $3 craps from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m., which $3 craps is pretty good. Chris, I'm not going to sit here and have that conversation with people that don't understand how tourism works and how you have slow months and busy seasons, slow years, not busy seasons. I mean, if you want to talk about numbers and you know the numbers, I'll have a conversation with you. But when somebody just starts off with Vegas is dead, bro, it really brings nothing to a conversation. Because when you look at the numbers, I mean, subtracting about 3 million people this year and ending up with 37 million visitors is not a dead city for tourism. It's just a city that had slowdown. You know what I mean? And when you look at the rest of the world, the rest of the cities that rely on tourism, and every city is experiencing a slowdown. It's a global economic thing, not just one city in particular. If it was only Las Vegas that had experienced a drastic drop in tourism, there would be some credence to that. You know, besides the people that want to just have clicks on their videos and stuff. But, you know, and they say, well, look at the hotel occupancy, how low it is. And then they don't explain how hotel occupancy works. So, yeah, I mean, you know, you can have a lower hotel occupancy, but more people actually staying at the hotel. It's pretty crazy how that can work.
Thank you so much.
Vegas has always had lots of foreclosures. I mean, if you go back to like 2008, 2009, anytime the economy goes down in Vegas, because it's an inflated market, it's a bubble market, to be honest, and people overspend and they don't save their money. There's a lot of let's stay up with the Joneses out here. So, and there's a lot of foreclosures throughout the whole entire United States right now. It's actually pretty sad, you know, that the housing markets get inflated like that. You know, unfortunately, revolving doors might get me a little bit more pissed off, Alan, especially when people want to push them. You know, so how does foreclosures deal with tourism? Explain that to me. How do you say, you know, Vegas is dying because tourism is down, and look at the amount of foreclosures? Are the people that are coming to Vegas for the weekend buying houses and then defaulting on the mortgage? Or is that kind of more of people are buying houses that they can't afford? And when the economy slows down, right? Here's one of the problems, right? There's a lot of people that rely on tips in Las Vegas. And I know bartenders, I personally know bartenders and butlers that make $200,000 a year or more. But if you get a slow year and you're not making $200,000 and you lost half your income because there's been a lot less people coming and you can't afford your house, well, you know what I mean? That's where that happens. That's why that happens, right? Because you're relying on the generosity of other people for your livelihood when you have certain service industry jobs, bartenders, cocktail waitresses, right? And when the economy is great and everyone's being a George and everyone's tipping great, right? Your income's based on that. Your living's based on that. But then if it slows down, guess what? You're kind of in trouble, right? And unfortunately, I try to explain this to my kids because my kids are starting to get into the service industry that don't rely on the high end of tips, right? Rely on living on something that you can afford. If you had to go out and get another job, that you could easily replace that income, right? So, Joe, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? So at the end of the day, if you're losing your house and you're a Vegas local and you worked in the service industry, and because the tourism is down, it's affecting you personally, yes. It is affecting the Vegas economy, yes, right? But it doesn't mean the city is dead. It just means that less people are here for you to make less money. And it doesn't mean Vegas is dead. Debbie, it is a beautiful day today. Debbie, is this Debbie from TikTok? Yeah, we just had the moons walk by. We refer to the showgirls as moons on the channel here. Awesome. Thanks for joining us over here, Deb. Yeah, a lot of F1 is really cleared up. Time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock. Yeah, a lot of it is really, really cleared up. Yes, pursuing a career that's based on tips and then living off your high-end average of tips is bad, right? So, like if you're in an industry and you're making on average every year $100,000 in tips, right? Maybe you live like you're only making 75,000. You know, don't go out and get. I don't know how many dealers and bartenders and people I see pulling into where I work that have like freaking top end cars, and it's like, you know, and they live in like $600,000-700,000 houses, and it's like when it goes down, oh, we got some moo-moos in here, awesome, row, what's going on? It is getting nice to walk around without the F1 stuff. Everyone, let's do a moo-moo back. Everyone type in moo-moo real quick. Well, I don't know, Chris. I mean, the casinos are still making money, right? So when you look at the the stats that have come out, the casinos are still making money. They're still, you know, people are still gambling. You know, like there's fire in their pockets. Absurdly big. I like that. I've never heard someone say it's like having fire in your pockets. I know. Imagine having to pay for parking when you went somewhere. You know, I mean, you just said you live in LA. So when you go to downtown LA and you're going to go see a dinner and a show, do you have to pay for parking? I'm just wondering. Go tell. That's because people are just making shit up, basically. Vegas is slow, right? I think the biggest decline that we had was around 400,000 visitors for that month, right? And if you average that out, that's a little bit over 10,000 people less per day. Spread out across all of Las Vegas, you're not really going to see that kind of number. You know what I mean? So I never got it from the beginning, especially when you can take those videos that people are making and go, yeah, no shit. You just said you're here and it's the middle of October and you're standing on the sidewalk at Bellagio, which has been shut down for 2 months. How old is this video and when did you take it? Well, yeah, Chris. Well, actually, the tourists are still here. It's just a little bit less. 36 million people we're probably going to have this year, which is the same as we had, like, you know, pre-pandemic and things like that. So if you're hitting the same numbers that you've been consistently hitting, then I don't think tourism is dead. If we were talking about we were going to have 15 million visitors total this year, yeah, you got a point. But I don't think so. Yeah, try walking down Fremont at 10 o'clock on a Friday night. It is very not slow out here. Roro, happy Thanksgiving to you. Everyone, thanks for giving Roro a moo-moo. That's a little inside joke that we have here with some people off TikTok, that when they come in, they moo-moo, and then we try to get the chat, you guys at the chatters, to give them a moo-moo back. So, thank you guys. Yeah, I mean, depending on where you go. Oh, you know what? Let's go check this out since we're here. This is easier to walk back this way than it is to walk back and back. Yeah, so, you know, the fact that casinos are still earning revenue, they're still in the black with their gambling, things like that. It's just less people are coming. People are still spending money. Every city you go to in the entire freaking United States, you have to pay for parking when you stay at a hotel, unless you're staying at a roadside, you know, type of home suites or something like that. But if you stay in a hotel in a city, you're gonna pay for parking. I paid $45, $47 a night last time I was in San Francisco. I paid $50 a night last time I was in Phoenix. I paid $40 a night last time I was in LA for parking. So to tell me that, oh, it's parking, people aren't coming to Vegas because they have to pay to park. I mean, I don't know. The majority of people that come to Vegas fly, and a lot of them don't rent cars, so parking doesn't even affect them, right? So I don't know. Yes, I know you're in the class. That's how I know with the moo-moos. I mean, when I lived in Philadelphia and I used to work in Center City, Philadelphia, I had to pay 25 hours a day to park in the freaking parking garages unless I took public transportation. I know, Alan, right? You know what? Good for engagement. But anyway, we can just ignore them and go on about our day. So I'm going to show you guys something that Murakami showed us last night, and or told us about last night. So we're going to go up. I'm going to show it to you guys, and then I got to jump off for a little bit. And I have to go home, start getting out the Christmas decorations. But I think me and Jay are definitely coming up here tonight. So there's the Ross. There's a Ross here. There's one right outside of Cosmo and the Shops at Crystals, which is the one that I always forget about. And you guys called me out on that the other night when I forgot about that one. And then there's the one up around Resorts World, right next to Peppermill. So here's your ABC stores, right? So people that complain about $26 waters, never gone in an ABC store where you can get 2 bottles of water for $3, right? So that means you could get 24 bottles of water for the same $26 if you bought these 1.75 liter Pure Life waters here, right? If my math is mathing right, 2 for $3, right? So I will definitely will, Roro. Joe, that Denny's is always packed. So here's a little thing that me and Jay do, where when we go and charge the car at night on our way home from the strip, sometimes we'll hit a supercharger because she has like a long ride in the morning. So we'll stop and charge, and there's a Denny's right by where we charge. So we'll order to go and get those 5-hour Grand Slams or whatever they are. Debbie is a great person, Chris. And so we'll go and we'll grab the 5-hour meals at Denny's and eat them in the car while we're charging the car at night. Now, if we don't have to charge, a lot of times we hit a Palace, not Palace, but one of the stations, Palace, Santa Fe, Red Rock. We'll go to one of them on the way home. We like to spice it up a little bit, go to different ones all the time. And we'll hit the Grand Slam, not the Grand Slam, Deuce's Wild, which is a $4.99 egg special, or the pancake specials. So we always have, that's what we do on our way home. That's why we don't eat a whole lot when we're out on the strip. Because we're going to go save money and hit one of the station casinos or Denny on the way home. Ro, you have a good day. I will let Jay know that you stopped by and gave a moo-moo. Yes, Murakami was talking about that last night, Culver's, which is going to be exciting. I think we're going to have to do a little comparison between Culver's and In-N-Out. You know, you're welcome back anytime, Roro. Now I'm getting really hot, almost like I got to take off my sweatshirt. But I know if I take off my sweatshirt, I'm going to end up being chilly. Culver's, hands down, says Debbie. Well, we'll have to do that little taste test here. When is the Culver's coming to Vegas? Because that. So this is the overlook. At the boulevard here. Yeah, I don't think Murakami knew when either. But we're going to show you something. It's super cool. I'm going to be posting a video on this pretty soon. It's still in its planning stage. There we go, Murakami. So let's see if these are any different during the day. Thank God it's not 1010 out, because if it was 1010, I don't know if we'd even be able to touch these things. Let's go to the one in the shade here. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. All right, so let's put you guys down for a second. So what are these? Best burgers, fish, and custard. So what are these? These are Optic. These are a safe and unique experience here. So don't climb on the structure, watch your step. Children must be under adult supervision. Take control of Optic by rotating the rings to create ever-changing light and sound effects. Be careful, watch your hands and fingers while rings are rotating. So these things are actually really cool. Really cool at night. We had them going last night. I was running around doing a bunch of them. So let's see. And I think they all make a different sound. I guess it's like little street art or something that they have here. Some kind of no, I have been doing this without adult supervision. No, so they're like electric cords. They don't move around. They're stationary. Let's see, last night we were able to get 2 going. Let's see. Try to get 3 going. I think like we said, Eli, what's going on? I think like we said last night, we kind of need to get a couple people up here. So how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. We need to get like 10 people up here to spin all 10 at the same time. Who's in Vegas right now that can come and spin them with us? That's what I want to know. Are the fries good? Because the In-N-Out fries, unless you get them animal style, are not good. So, are Culver's fries good? Alan, yeah, so you have to check back. Well, just, check my page because I have a video from last night that I got to clip out from the live. And they look really cool at night. Yeah, so those are like little, like kind of, they're not mirrors, but they reflect. So they reflect the light, but you can see through them, which is really cool. The fries are excellent. Cool, cool. So they're like, they have lights around the inside where the circles are. And when you spin them, they play music and it reflects the other lights. That, like I said, beautiful at night. When I get home in a little bit, I'm going to post a video from last night of them. So I'm going to walk back over to Italy here and sign off here, or New York, New York. And like I said, I have to get some stuff around the house done, some Christmas decorations out, or else Jay won't allow me to come out and live stream. I'll be punished. But yeah, so it's normally we do like we'll get it all together today. Me and my son. My son is like, all the Christmas decorations have to be approved by him where we're going to set them up. So me and him are going to go lay out all the lights, where the inflatable things go, and we're going to have that all pretty much ready to go tomorrow morning. When he wakes up, we'll probably go and start setting it up. because we got all day. I might do like a short live stream in the morning just to show the strip on Thanksgiving morning, see if people are coming out and getting breakfast before they go out for their big turkey dinners. We're going out tomorrow night. We're going to El Segundo, and we are going to be having some Mexican for Thanksgiving. And then, not sure where we're going to go for dessert, but we'll maybe the Forum Shops. I don't know. We'll walk somewhere, get dessert, and crinkle cut fries. I like crinkle, crispy too, right? All right, good. Fries have to be crispy, not like, and they need to have something in them, some potato in them, right? I think that's the problem with In-N-Outs. The potatoes, because they're fresh and they're not like overly processed, they lose some of that potato on the inside. Golden Corral, I've never gone to, since we're not buffet people, but I would like to try, like maybe I would go to like a Chinese all-you-can-eat buffet. I could probably do that, get some like some orange chicken or something, some General Tso's chicken. I could sit there and eat that for like hours. Now, last year we went to Carmine's in the Caesars Forum Shops, and I think the year before that we went to El Segundo Sol 2 years ago. And then when we were trying to decide this year, we thought about a Korean barbecue, and then my sons were like, no, let's do Mexican. So we're gonna do that. And then I don't know about dessert. I kind of want to go to Sloan's in the Venetian Grand Canal shops. I love their ice cream there. But I don't want to go too far from Fashion Show Mall. But yeah, there's a lot of restaurants that are having a lot of good specials out here for Thanksgiving. I'm going to have to try the Five Guys fries. I'm actually going to have to try their burgers. I haven't had a Five Guys burger in years. There wasn't a whole lot of Five Guys in Philadelphia when we lived there. I only knew of like one or two. The rest of them were out in the suburbs or in New Jersey. So, but there was a bar around the corner from us in Philly called Interstate Draft House, and their burgers were freaking awesome. So if I ever wanted a burger, I would just go there. Alan, you know, the Five Guys on the strip here, really not that expensive. I think me and Teddy went in there, just took a look. I think the burgers were like $12. You know, a lot cheaper than a lot of places on the strip, we thought. So, but we're gonna go in. We're gonna check the prices. Now, I have had a milkshake from there. They got a coffee milkshake, and that's pretty good. So I guess if you get like, yeah, you know, it starts to add up, right? 12 hours for a burger, probably 5 hours for a drink, you know, and however much it is for the fries. So probably figuring about $18 for a combo meal. So yeah, I guess that is kind of expensive. Yeah, I don't even know if they are like as good as everyone says they are. So I'm gonna have to go check it out myself.
Oh, this looks amazing! Oh, No, lleva.
And we spent a lot of time around New York this morning. But this is where we were earlier, the park. Some of the places that they have in there. Hello, Kitty. Love Hello Kitty. I want to try Top Round too. A good roast beef sandwich is hard to find too. Although Shake Shack's right over here. Shake Shack's really good. I always get, me and my son go there sometimes for milkshakes when me and him are out hanging out. He likes the milkshakes there, so we'll go there and get some milkshakes. Their fries are pretty good. Their burgers are good. Open early. You know, it's funny because, like, being from Philadelphia, burgers aren't huge in Philadelphia because you have cheesesteaks and you have hoagies and things like that. So, out here, burgers are like the thing, you know? Whataburger is okay. I mean, I think In-N-Out is better than Whataburger, honestly. So, Slater's 50 has an ace burger. Well, maybe we'll have to go try that out. A $28 burger. That's like Gordon Ramsay's. They got burgers that start, I think, at like $18 and go all the way up to like 50 some bucks. So, it's a nice. This is the Brooklyn Bridge during the summertime. They have this stage out here with music playing. Super fun. We hang out here sometimes, me and Jay. Just go across the street, get yourself some roadies. Come sit down over here. They usually put out tables and stuff. Oh, well, you know what? Today I have a microphone. How does it sound today, by the way? Because I'm just trying to get some of the background noise down. Is it better or is it worse? Because I never really used a microphone on TikTok. But I was like, you know what? I had the microphone in my bag today, and I was like, let me give it a try and see how it's working. Because last night, there was 2 areas we were in that I had to edit. The background noise is muffled. I mean, I think that's kind of common. Is that kind of common? I mean, is it kind of annoying? Because I got to find a microphone that kind of isolates my voice but doesn't have that background muffle. That's the hard thing that me and Jay have gone through about 3 different sets of microphones that we've returned to Amazon because we just didn't like it. And I'm having a hard time justifying paying, you know, a couple $100 for the wireless microphones. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Now, we start making a little bit of money on here, I'm going to have to invest in some better equipment. Maybe get a new gimbal because that's kind of been floating a little bit on me ever since I dropped it that one time. It's the background, Mud. So with YouTube, the music in the background can pull up a copyright. So depending on when they find that copyright, the video, the live stream could not be monetized, you know. So you have to go through, you have to fix it. There's extra steps. So I'm trying to eliminate that a little bit. So, you know, like TikTok doesn't really care about the background noise. They just care what you're showing on camera. But so I'm just trying to figure out how I can cut down on that background noise that I get the copyright violations. They're not strikes, so it doesn't go against the channel. It just affects your monetization until you fix it. So you don't have to fix it. And then what happens would be any earnings would go to the people with the copyright. Once you trim that section out, that that those earnings would start going to you. So you have to do that every time. You have to sync everything up. See, I hate having to sync everything up all the time. You know, like, and then there's now when I record on just my phone without being live, I have a lot more control on the mic, which way the mic is facing. Mauricio, what's up? Tell Joe what's up. Don't get to work. Get to work. Nah, tell him don't get to work. Watch me instead. So yeah, so that's kind of like, that's kind of the pain. That's kind of the thing that's like kind of a pain here is like, you know, if it picks up, there's nights I don't get any, and I'm thinking to myself the whole time, I'm gonna have like to edit out like 5 clips here, and then there's some nights where, you know, I'm like, oh wow, I wasn't around any kind of copyrighted music tonight, and there's like 2 or 3. So, you know, I'm gonna rewatch this live and see how it sounds. I know that muffled background noise sometimes is distracting. I know you told us that before, Murakami, the Lark mics. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some more research on them. I just don't like Musty Vegas just said, I don't want to have to sync everything up each time, you know, because what happens is, you know, it doesn't sync up properly, and then it just sometimes turns into a huge hassle. So we're going to try that. We'll try the Hollyland Lark mics. So I'm going to take you guys down here. I want to take you off the gimbal. I don't know what happened there. I was trying to get you guys off the gimbal, and I must have hit off. So they've been a little bit weird in here lately. So I've just been trying to take you guys off the gimbal a little bit. I don't see. Oh, I guess they have a little bit of Christmas lights up in here. Not much. So places have been really cool. Like Bellagio's not too bad. Sometimes they're tough. But me and Jay were walking through here the one night, and we were just kind of recording each other. She did a little piece of content, and security guard came over, and I showed him an email that I had that said that it was fine to do like just a walkthrough type of thing as long as we weren't bothering anybody and kept moving. But sometimes you know how these security guards are. And I get it. They're doing their job. They're doing it the way it was explained to them. So I'm not really going to try to cause any problems with them. But I think if we start making a little bit on here, we're going to spend some of that money on some new, stealthier equipment. It is kind of empty in here right now, Mauricio. If you come in here at night, on a Friday night, man, I don't know what it is. Excalibur and New York are always packed on the weekends. So, let's sit down for a sec. I got to tie my shoe. Super loud right now. Hey. I don't know. Very weird how this, maybe it's where I'm walking. Maybe because it's so hollow and echoey in here. Yeah, this is pretty dated. I mean, this was built in, like 1990, 91, something like that, I think. But it is also a medieval castle. So background noise should be better there now. So, like I said, it's a lot cooler because I can walk through there on TikTok and not have to worry. But at the same time, some of the security people get a little bit overzealous with seeing a gimbal, right? Because the policies are no professional equipment. So a lot of security look at a gimbal as it's being a professional equipment attached to a cell phone. It's not like I have it attached to a camera or or something like that. It is just attached, stabilizing my phone, which a lot of them don't understand. They'll let you walk through with a selfie stick, but with a selfie stick, it gets super, super bouncy. So we do the best we can. So, all right, well, I'm gonna log off now. I am going to go do my stuff with my son, and then right behind here, I think, is the pool. So I think I'll be doing that stuff with my son, and then me and Jay are gonna come out tonight because she has some content, and I think it's a good time to go out there. Mud, no problem, man. No problem again. I'm sorry for your loss. Tough, man. Losing a young dog is tough. They become like family members. Sometimes you like your pets better than your actual family. So I get it, man. So Micah, thank you guys, thank you everyone who joined us today. Thank you everyone who subscribed, who hit that like button. We appreciate all your feedback out at some point tonight. So make sure you have your notifications on. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day.